My dear students, now let us start our new chapter of economics, that is money and credit. Let us discuss about the changing nature of money. We learn about the use of metal as a medium of exchange in the history. We saw how difficult it was to keep many money safe and secure. Trading was not easy because facilities for waiting were not always available. Some of these problems were resolved when coins began to be used. Metals coin soon began to use as money. Some people also began to produce coins. To prevent malpractices, great security measures were used in minting coins. Each region had its own authorized coins. Indian traders came up with their own solution to the exchange problems. They wrote a hundi, a special letter to pay the bearer for the city where they purchased their goods. This is the peak of hundi. In this example, Diwan Sher Ali of Kapurthala had to go to Delhi to buy goods. He deposits rupees 4,000 with Mir Jamal Manjiram, a money exchange trader in Kapurthala. Manjiram also had an office in Delhi. He writes a letter, a hundi to his account there to give Sher Ali rupees 4,000. When he reaches Delhi, Sher Ali uses the money in Delhi to buy goods. Our next topic is the nature of money in the modern age. Today we use rupees and paisa as the medium of exchange. It is universal trust. The government gave legal sanction to this currency. This means the national currency legal accepted as a medium of exchange. We can buy goods with the money. In the present days, we use both cash and bank deposits for our financial dealing. We use checks, debit cards, cash to buy goods. The bank issues checkbooks and debit cards to us on the basis of our deposit. We issue checks to shopkeeper for the goods and services we buy from them. The shopkeepers deposit the checks in their account. Hence, bank deposits are an important form of money in the modern age. Bank keeps the money of account holders in saving account, current account, or as fixed deposits. We deposit some of our income in our saving accounts. That is why they are called saving accounts. Commercial clients and business people need money for their regular trade deals, so they put their money in the current account. That is why they are called current account. The bank assures us that the money will always be available whenever we demand. That is why the funds in such accounts are called demand deposits. A debit card is rapidly accepted for making a payment. The bank issues the card to make money transfer from one account. These cards carry information about the account and personal information of the account holder. When a customer presents the card to a shopkeeper to make a payment for any goods they buys, the shopkeeper sweeps the card in the card sweep machine. The machine verifies the bank account details of the customer, who then enters PIN code to sanction the payment. The bill amount is then transferred from the customer account to the shopkeeper's account. A fixed deposit is an amount that a client does not normally want to withdraw before a fixed period of time. The bank gives a higher rate of interest for such deposits. These transactions can be done without spending cash. That is why they are called cashless payment. The bank offers this facility on the basis of the money we have deposited in the bank. So we can see that money has two forms. First is the case we have in hand, and second is the demand on which the bank makes amount available to us whenever we demand. The money in bank account is called for exchange, or it's keep as saving. The government is responsible for the bank system. Only then people trust the system and use it. It must be universally accepted. One of the special characters of money, cash, and bank account is that it is acceptable for all kinds of financial exchange. The prices of goods in any country were measured in terms of money that is used in that country. Money is thus the basis of all possible payment, both present and future. For example, if we take a loan of rupees 10,000 from a person on the condition that we will repay the amount after 2 years, then we will return the principal amount of rupees 10,000 after 2 years along with the interest on the principal. This facility can be possible only because of the universal acceptance of a currency for exchange. Today, we hardly exchange other goods and services like in past. Barter trade. We use money as a medium of exchange to trade goods and services. Okay, thank you, children. We will continue our remaining topic in our next class. Stay home, stay safe.